guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome here. Today for you guys, my video I have is that I redid my room. So I did a whole room makeover. I just got married in May, so a couple of months ago, and for the longest time we just had storage boxes upon storage boxes of everything from my old apartment brought to this apartment, and it was just clutter and a mess, and it was like that for kind of months. First off, I just started with cleaning the room and getting out everything because it was just too much for me. I couldn't find inspiration for anything. So I took all the boxes, I went through them, I sorted them, I gave a bunch of stuff to the Goodwill, I gave a bunch of stuff to thredUP, and thredUP is a company that takes all of your clothes that you don't want and it sells them for you, and then you just get cash for it. It is a lifesaver for time because I'm not about to sell all my clothes on Facebook Marketplace. That's ridiculous. So I cleaned up the room and vacuumed everything. I just got out all the clutter. It felt so good to give everything to the Goodwill. The inspiration for this room is I actually don't have one. I am a huge thrifter. I love plants. I love antiques. I love French-inspired furniture and stuff like that. And I think this entire room, I want to say, probably cost me about $200 to renovate. It can't be no more than $200 because a lot of this stuff I either thrifted, found on Facebook Marketplace, or I just kind of already had. Another thing is obviously I share my room with my husband, so I didn't want it to get too feminine in here, so you will see bits and pieces of kind of masculinity sprinkled throughout. So for starting, I redid this room in 3 different sections. So this is the first section. It's this big wall that I wanted to do. Lots of plants, some furniture from my old house, and I just kind of wanted to incorporate that in. So the first thing I kind of did was kind of started out with the major things. So this big mirror is also from my old apartment, and this is originally from IKEA, and I think this is about 130 bucks, I want to say. So I will leave this down in the description box below for you guys. Up here, because I just got married in May, I wanted to incorporate something from our wedding into our room, but I didn't want it to be like really like loud and in your face. And I know a lot of people dry their flowers and they keep them in their room somewhere or in their house, but for me, I didn't really want to have my wedding flowers collect dust. So what I did was I actually dried them out and I framed them with our wedding vows. So my husband's wedding vows and my wedding vows. These frames I bought new and they were pretty cheap. These are from Amazon, and I think this one was $20 or $30, and then this one was I think $15 or $20. And then this dresser I actually got from my old apartment. This is from Goodwill, but I did bring this over from my old apartment. And then I did also find this plant pot, which I absolutely love. Usually my plant pots are very, they're just like terracotta, the orange terracotta ones, but I wanted something a little bit more funky to fit this like space. So I potted a little cute tree. I don't even know what kind of plant this is, but I get most of my plants from the Home Depot. I'm not quite sure what plant this is, what it's called, and then I just threw some books on it, some old antique books, and this little guy, he's so cute. Little candle holder, like antique candle holder, and this is actually legit antique. I found it at a antique sale up north with my in-laws, and it was literally 50 cents, so I bought 2 of them because more is more. And yeah, I just stuck a little cute beeswax candle in it. And then these plants are all from my apartment, but I wanted to kind of repot them in cool planters. So this planter guy, this is from I think TJ Maxx or Home Goods, and it's a standing one. It's about 1.5 feet tall. And then this guy, this little guy, I found at the Goodwill. So I just kind of repotted the plant, and then I just added a little wicker basket on the outside, and it's just a super cheap way to make your plants look just elevated and really pretty. So I highly recommend going to the Goodwill first before you do anything. I love my mirror, but I've had it for a lot of years, and I wanted to do something a little bit different with it because it's just very plain. It's very modern, and I didn't feel like it really fit the space very well. So what my husband and I did, and this was kind of his inspiration, he put a slab of wood up there, and then I just have all my plants that are propagating. I just kind of scattered them across the top of it. And if you guys don't know what plant propagating is, these are all pothos plants, and they're very easy to propagate. All you have to do is cut a piece of the vine off and stick it in water, and the plant will do the rest. So they're amazing to propagate, and they're just amazing for decoration as well. And these are all recycled and reused glass bottles. And then this guy, my husband and I got off of Facebook Marketplace. It's a beautiful wardrobe, but I'm not gonna open it because it is kind of messy inside. But this is where I keep all of my clothes, and then my husband keeps all of his clothes in our closet that we have. And I just dressed this up with, on the top with a cute little plant. But yeah, I love the detail of the wardrobe. It's very French style. Even the handles are very French style, and just the, what is it called? The accents of the wardrobe are just very Frenchy, French inspired, which I just love. So this is now the second part of the room. So that was the first section. This is the second section that I redid. I started out with the bed. So my husband actually built me, after we got married, he built me, or us I should say, this kind of, what is this called?
Headboard.
Headboard. And it actually does light up. There's lights that my husband built in, LED lights that my husband built in on the back of this. And this is where my husband and I kind of differ with our tastes. He is very modern, ultra modern. I love to warm things up. I love, again, Italian, French inspired things. So he built that. And then before we were married, my husband had a gray duvet cover, and it felt just a little bit cold to me, so I wanted to warm up the space a little bit. And so this is actually like a taupey, a very, very light tan taupey color. So I switched out the duvet covers, and this is actually a linen and cotton blend, I believe. So it's very, very breathable. It's very, very pretty, very, very light, airy. And this is actually from Amazon, so I will leave that down in the description box below. My favorite part about this wall are the lanterns, and the inspiration behind the lanterns are they were actually from our wedding. We had a bunch of them, and at the end of the night we lit candles in them, and they were just lanterns all around our wedding, and they were just beautiful, and I wanted to keep a couple of them and just to incorporate them into our house. So we did end up keeping 2 of them, and then we actually did sell off the rest of them, but they're absolutely beautiful. I think they're originally from Anthropologie, but I did get all of them off of Facebook Marketplace. But I had my husband build me these shelves. They are just extra wood that he had in the garage. He got some shelving hardware from the Home Depot, and we kind of DIY'd it and created shelves. Yeah, and it's just absolutely gorgeous at night when we can just relax after a long day and it's night outside and we can just light the candles and just enjoy and reminisce on our wedding day. And then over here, we also DIY'd this shelf. This is just extra spare wood that he had laying around in the garage, and I just kind of dolled it up with things I've just had. So this painting is just from, or this picture is from Goodwill, and this little guy is actually something I got from Italy, so it holds a really great memory for me. I have 2 terracotta plants. These are plants that I did propagate. And then the last thing about this second section is that we always have books that we're reading, and I swear we always half read a book, or we're just partially reading a book. And so I made a little book area. It's not obviously a bookshelf, but it's a little book area of all the books we're kind of reading or half reading, or journals or whatever, whatnot. And then moving on to our third kind of section and our last section that I redid. Starting out, we got rid of our other couch. Our other couch was absolutely beautiful. We got it for free from Charlie's, or my husband's parents. Super comfy. I absolutely loved it, but it didn't really fit the space, and it was very, very, very large, and I wanted something a little bit more dainty. So we did buy a new living room couch, and we switched out the couch that we had in the living room into this room. So this kind of moderned up the room, which is something that my husband really loves because, again, he loves modern things. So I felt like this felt a little bit more modern for him, but then also kind of had the fun boho pillows to kind of warm up the space. And there's nothing I can do about this guy. This guy was kind of what it is. It's ugly, but it is a necessity in the Minnesota summers. And then we have this big boy, this big plant. Again, I don't really know the names of these plants, but this one I got from Home Depot. But this plant, I think it was like $60 at the Home Depot, but I don't know if you guys know this, you can buy plants at the Home Depot, or you can get them off of Amazon, real plants. I did not know that, so. And then this is our closet. So this is half storage, but half also my husband's clothes. So again, I keep my clothes in the wardrobe. My husband keeps his clothes here. We kind of went back and forth between what wallpaper to put on this closet. and we could not decide. We found some really pretty stuff, but it was like $70 a roll, which was ridiculous. It was so expensive. And then we went on Amazon, but there was just nothing that really spoke to us. So we kind of just painted it black, and it saved a bunch of money. So, and then this picture frame is from Goodwill. I painted it, spray painted it gold actually, and I didn't want anything like too feminine, and it was already flowers. There's already a picture of flowers, so I didn't want anything too feminine. So I spray painted it gold, and then I took out the interior of the picture and I just kept the picture. So this side of the closet, I'll just show you. This side of the closet is basically all storage, but it is all organized. So this is all my like winter clothes, and this is all of Charlie because my husband is a videographer and also a coffee roaster. This is all of like kind of his stuff right here, and then some of my sewing stuff, and then a lot of our like fall winter clothes, jackets that we need to hang up, and like his tux is in here, and just suits and jackets and stuff like that. So I know it looks a little messy, it's not pretty, but it is all organized, which is a big plus. And then on this side, I just wanted to organize my husband's clothes and just make it look a little bit cleaner, because if the closet is always going to be open, I want this side to look super, super nice. So I have 2 laundry baskets on the bottom because we separate our clothes by dark and light, and we have a lot more dark clothes than we do light clothes. So that's why there are 2 baskets there. And then I just wanted some pretty storage. So there's just storage basically up in here, but I didn't want it to look like the other side of the closet. So I got these beautiful wicker clothing baskets from the Goodwill, and they were super cheap. I swear, wicker stuff from like Target or Home Goods is like really expensive, but if you get it from the Goodwill, it's good stuff. So, and yeah, just honestly super simple. My husband doesn't have a ton of clothes, so he has his swim trunks because it's still summer and still warm out. He has all of his jeans and shorts, and then he has some like pajama sweatpants and stuff. And so this part is a genius idea by me myself. And if you guys have a husband or somebody you live with, this is a great way to keep things clean. Once things are clean, my husband's really good at keeping things clean and organized. He's actually the one who's doing the camera. Do you want to say hello? You want to just look in the mirror? He's the one who's holding the camera for me, so thank you, love. But I just color coded everything because it just looks nice. It just looks so much cleaner. It just looks so much better. So that is the room in its entirety. I had a really great time just redoing the room and finding inspiration. Again, most of my inspiration was just kind of like, what do I already have? What is kind of French inspired for me, but also a little bit modern for my husband. I didn't want anything too feminine, and I wanted it to be cheap. Again, I think I spent maybe $200, maybe $250 on redoing the entire room, which for me I thought was not bad. But again, a lot of the stuff I already had, or a lot of the stuff was thrifted. Goodwill is my best friend. Also Facebook Marketplaces too. But let me know if you guys have any questions about the room, or where I got something, or where I found inspiration. But anyway, you guys, I hope you guys really, really loved this room tour. I had so much fun redoing this room, and I have even more fun showing you guys because it's so much fun. But that is it, you guys. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.